Time to crack open the sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
Bulldog, what's happening, my friend?
What's happening? We have a lot to cover in sports this morning. Let's start with last night, the Thursday night football game. Bailey Zappi is the big hero of the game. He throws 3 touchdown passes to lift the pathetic Patriots to a 21-18 road victory over the Steelers. The Patriots ended a 5-game losing streak. The Steelers, my God, they lose at home. That's the second time in, 5 days they've lost to a 2-win team. So their playoff hopes are dwindling as well. So that was a huge loss for the Steelers. And, yeah, the Patriots, they're going nowhere. They're 3-10 after the win. So, other news last night. I know you guys are excited about the NBA in-season tournament. The Lakers absolutely annihilated the Pelicans last night. Did you see the score of that game?
Yeah, it was
133-89. So the Lakers are in the in-season tournament finals. They'll be playing, surprisingly, the Indiana Pacers, who beat the Bucks last night, 128-119. So we have the Lakers versus the Pacers.
Hoping Reggie Miller has a big night on Saturday.
Reggie Miller doesn't play.
Oh, no, okay. Yeah.
That would be Mr. Halliburton is their big star.
Do you guys remember when Reggie used to just be like the Magic's nemesis once we got to the playoffs back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
He was the man.
Yeah. What were the other big news yesterday in college football? Transfer portal is open. The news gets worse for Billy Napier up at the University of Florida. Their star running back Trevor Etienne announced he'll transfer after 2 seasons in Gainesville. He was their home run hitter. He was one of the bright spots of that offense, and now he's gone. The Gators are losing. Well, everybody's losing players. They'll obviously add some players in the transfer portal as well, but that's a big loss for the Gators. Now, they still have Montrell Johnson Jr. at running back, but Trevor Etienne, who, of course, is Travis Etienne's brother, the running back of the Jaguars, he's gone.
The thing is, though, really quick, when you say that they lose, players to the portal, but they'll get some back, the majority of the teams that are losing their star key players are going to get back a turd. I mean, compared to, you know what I'm getting at?
Not necessarily.
The majority of the teams, I'm sorry, but if UCF loses their, let's say, top 2 or top 3 guys, then they're going to get back one good, insert name here, quarterback or whatever.
Bulldog, what was the figure I saw? It's like there's like 1,100 players in the portal right now.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Kentucky's got like 13 in the portal. Dabo Swinney had a press conference yesterday. He wants tampering to be more enforced in college football. He says these other coaches are tampering left and right, which they are. But to Bob's point, he's right about the Gators. I don't think they're going to get anybody better than Trevor Etienne back in the portal.
Not even close.
Trevor Etienne's a really good player, and the word is, you want to add insult to injury, word is he might end up in Georgia. So
there you go. And that's my point is, he goes to Georgia, who has all these great players already, and they'll get more great players. And then what about, as I said, UCF or UF, who Etienne left, they're going to get a me.
Yeah. I get your point. Speaking of UCF, they've sold out their Gasparilla Bowl tickets already.
Wow.
A lot of their Gasparilla Bowl tickets are gone. That sort of surprises me, but I guess because it's so close, the matchup with Georgia Tech. So UCF fans, I guess they're fired up.
Hey, Dog,
about the Gasparilla Bowl.
Who you got in Army Navy tomorrow?
Army Navy. I'm going to take the Naval Academy in that one. Even though Army did end Air Force's winning streak this year.
Yeah. So. Heisman tomorrow night. Have you placed your vote, I'm assuming?
I have placed my ballot. I'm not allowed to say anything. I will say this, though. I think Jaden Daniels of LSU is going to win it. Okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. But I did have a certain quarterback in the state of Florida who may or may not have been injured. I did have him number 3 on my ballot.
Good.
I'll just say that. Big news in golf. Jon Rahm, former number one player in the world, Masters champion, leaving the PGA Tour for LIV. Evidently, he's getting a deal worth about $500 million, which would include equity in a new LIV golf team. So Rahm is gone from the PGA Tour.
But aren't they merged?
That was my
coming
question.
up?
What's
No,
is this?
they're not merged yet. No.
Yeah.
There's still there's I guess there's all sorts of wrinkles. There may be some holdups on the merger. If I'm the PGA Tour, I'll try to expedite this merger as fast as I can while there's still a PGA Tour to merger with.
So he's grabbing the money while he can.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely,
Yeah, okay.
he is.
All right.
$500 million, and it doesn't really hurt him. I mean, he's qualified for all the majors for at least the next 5 years. So, I mean, what's he have to lose? I mean, he did say last year, I don't play golf for the money when he said he wasn't going to the LIV Tour, but I guess
Right.
they threw so much at him,
Yeah.
he changed his mind.
He was watching the portal and these college quarterbacks getting $2 million. He said, I'm going to go ahead and take the check for 500.
Right. I don't blame him. NFL this weekend, state teams, big game for the Buccaneers. They play the Falcons. I'm actually picking the Bucs to win that game, even though the Falcons are favored. That's a big division game. If the Bucs win it, they're tied for the top of their division. If they lose it, they're 2 games out. So, I think the Bucs are going to win that. The Jaguars, we don't know if Trevor Lawrence is going to play. They're at Cleveland, which has a really good defense. I think the Browns may beat the Jaguars if Trevor Lawrence doesn't play. And then the Dolphins. Isn't that a Monday night game against Tennessee?
It's Monday. They've got 2 games on Monday night, and they're both showing them at the same time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, they're on different networks, I would assume.
Still.
One's on ABC, one's on ESPN, but usually when they have the doubleheader, which they do a couple times, they're at least staggered as to when they start.
Ratings, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Guess they're going for
it's the
ratings.
same company. So
2 big games in the league on Sunday. Buffalo at Kansas City. Philadelphia at Dallas. Those are huge games. By the way, Buffalo Bills coach Sean McDermott apologized yesterday back in 2019.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Back in 2019, I guess he was at training camp with the Bills, and he's telling the Bills, hey, we need to have better teamwork and communication, and he used the 9/11 terrorists as an example of good teamwork.
Oh, my
and communication.
God. What
Yeah.
a dumbass.
Yeah. So I guess that got out, and he's apologizing profusely for that now. God, that was idiotic, right?
Oh my God, unreal.
Yeah.
All right, the Lightning got drilled last night, 5-1 in Nashville, and I guess the Magic back on the court tonight against the Pistons, right?
The 2-19 Pistons, who were 0-16 for the month of November.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, Mike the Bulldog Bianchi will reconvene on Monday. Have a great weekend, Bulldog, and take us out with that big old bark of yours, would you?
Oh, oh.
Lynch and Taco on demand. Download the iHeartRadio app.